Well, hello there, YouTube. Started a little project today on the truck, the International that I did a video on earlier, and we're starting to put some sideboards on it. Kind of see behind me here, we'll go over what I'm doing. But the bed on this is 14 feet long and about 88 inches wide, 90 inches wide, something like that. So I'll show you kind of what my plan is here. I had some pretty nice 2x12 stock. I ran these through my surface planer and just did one side here. Did the what's going to be the outside. I didn't do the inside. Made some uprights here, some stakes for the stake pockets. And I'm trying to get them all fitted in there so that they'll come in and out and not bind up. I'm going to go over put a round over on the top here, and I'll probably I'll do a round over on the tops here and on the sides here, and then we'll bolt them up with some carriage bolts. So that's the project for today. And then I'll probably try to finish it with some sort of wood sealer to keep it clear, and I think that fur will look pretty nice actually. That's pretty decent stuff. Okay, I was looking for something to make me a round template there, and I found this about half a roll of tape here that's almost perfect. So I'm just gonna round these off right here, mark a line, and then we'll cut them on the bandsaw, and then I'll clean them up on my disc sander. So let's just get these all marked out here. And then, once I've got this done, I'm going to, I'll do like a 1/4 inch round over bit on all these stakes on the outside. I won't do the inside. No sense in that, because it's going to be flush against the board anyway. So the reason I'm kind of doing this round over here is so dirt and debris and stuff that's from dumping dirt and bark and whatnot in the back of the truck won't be less inclined to sit on top of these stakes and fly out on the floor or road or whatever. So plus it probably looks a little better, I think. Okay, there we go. Next stop is the bandsaw. Okay, here we've got the disc sander out. You'll notice something a little screwball. The only disc I have is a 10 inch, and I started putting it on like it was a 12 inch, and you can see it's not perfect, but it'll be fine for this, what we got to do here today. So anyway, got it all squared up. We'll just finish these off and see what we've got here. Gosh, about that, but it makes all the difference in the world. So here we go. Back in. got them all wrapped up. You can see that sander does nice work there on these round those over and whatnot. And it would have been nice to have had a 12-inch disc on it, because I lose, what, 20% of disc area. But anyway, we got them done. Next thing is we got to go set up the router table. Okay, we got the router table set up here. I've got a 1/2-inch round over bit in here, which I thought I was going to do something smaller. But I figured this is stuff that's 1.5 inches, and I thought a 1/2 inch would be a nice one to do that. So I tried this out, got it set up, tested on a piece of scrap, so we're good to go there. So let's see what we can do. I got to remind myself to round over the finished or the serviced edge or side, because I'm not going to do the other side. So let's go. Pretty good, I think. So we'll do that 15 more times. I think that's going to look kind of nice. Okay, that's a wrap. We got 16 of them. These two split out a little bit on the end there, but I think I'll sand them down. I'll use those for the tailgate. So that's where I need 16 of these total, so I got 14. Let me do the sides. Okay, this will give you an idea of what the plan is here. And I've got these set up where I want them. I've kind of marked, I'm going to put I'll put 5/16 carriage bolts through here, one down here, and just kind of get them all spaced all the way across here. But that way, this one here, I'm going to have to make a little adjustment once I get it on, because it looks like the loader whacked it pretty hard here at some point in time, and so it's bent a little bit there. And I don't want to take the time right now to try to heat that and bang it back out. So we're just going to make a little accommodation in this stake so that'll fit in there. But the others fit pretty nice. So once I get these drilled in, I'll mark them so I know they go back in the exact same spot. And then we'll do some, I'll do a round over here. I'll do that 1/2 inch round over right here. And then we'll take these apart and mark them so they go back in the same spot. And we'll put some finish on these bad boys, and we'll be getting close to wrapping her up. Well, we got all our sideboards all ready for some finish here, and I think I'm going to go with some Varathane exterior polyurethane, and I've marked all the stakes here so they go back in the right spot. The alphabetical is on the right side, and numbers are on the left side. So we're all ready to go, and I think this is going to look pretty good. This fir really turned out nice. So I think that'll look sharp. All right, so let's get some stain and get on it. Okay, a little update on the sideboards here. We're just about done. I put my final coat of polyurethane, oil-based polyurethane on these. And I've got 3 coats on both sides. And I think they turned out pretty good. There's a few drips and whatnot, but I think they're going to look pretty sharp on the sideboards of the truck. And then over here, I've got all the stakes are all ready to go, and they've been coated 3 times also. So tomorrow I'll start putting those things together, and we'll be done with these, with the sideboards. Okay, all of our polyurethanes dry. We're going to go ahead and start getting these stakes put on these boards, on these sideboards. Okay, so what I've got going is I've got this stake clamped in about where it needs to be, kind of center of the pocket here. And then my first got it clamped up there to hold it, and I'm setting them 1.25 inches from the top. So I've got my depth. Okay, now I want to make sure they're square. Okay, that one's good. Now I'm going to just drill 1 hole at the top, and I'll put a bolt in there and then check it for square again. I think you might, I don't know if you can see it on camera, probably couldn't, but when I drilled, this thing twisted just a touch, and now it's out of square. We'll check that, and sure enough, there, we got her back in square, and I'll drill the second. There we go. Okay, put flat washer and a lock washer on, and of course a nut. Okay, that's kind of the way I'm doing this, and if anybody's got any comments out there as to whether I'm doing it wrong or better ideas, let me know. Anyway, got to do this, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more times, so stay tuned. Okay, got both sideboards up, ready to go. I think they turned out okay. I think it turned out all right. Anyway, if you got any comments, ideas, suggestions, what have you, let me know. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I'll look forward to hearing your comments. Hope this is helpful for those of you out there ready to make some sideboards for a truck.